Now we have another guest in studio. And when you look at the coast region, hospitality is big. It's a big thing. This is where I learned peak seasons. The high season, the low season. I didn't know about that, by the way, until nikaanza kujua kuna peak seasons, kuna high season, kuna low season. There's a way people charge. But then it's cause also it's a beautiful tourist attraction area, right?
Yes.
Now, there are opportunities that we do not know about. There are opportunities that exist, but we do not know about them. In studio today, we have Peter Kibe Njuguna. He is a tourism and hospitality lead at GOYN, that is Global Development Incubator Africa, Swahilipotfm Foundation. And we're going to talk about opportunities in the hospitality industry and how you can take advantage of it now. Good morning, Peter.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm very fine.
Karibu sana.
I'm really glad to be here.
Karibu.
Yes,
Let's start with the current situation. I describe the current state of the hospitality industry as we end 2025, because it's coming to an end.
yes, thank you so much.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad to be here. Maybe just even before I go to the trends, I would just like to just highlight why hospitality and tourism is one of the pathways under the GOYN initiative. The Global Opportunity Youth Initiative is an initiative anchored at Swahilipotfm Foundation. And what we seek to do is to provide and to categorize economic opportunities for young people. And when the people who are designing the program are looking at which are those pathways that have high potential in creating opportunities at scale for young people in Mombasa. And hospitality and tourism was one of them, amongst other pathways like the creatives, of course, health pathway, and now we are exploring the manufacturing pathway. And so why is hospitality and tourism so key in Mombasa and by and large the coastal destination is, of course, Mombasa is a resort city. Statistics, actually government statistics show that it accounts for in excess of 10% of the workforce in Mombasa. It's one of the economic sectors in Mombasa, and therefore when we are looking at opportunities in hospitality and tourism, really it's for the young person to understand that where's this opportunity, how exactly can you fit in? Where can you be able to start off? If you don't have skills, which are those skills that you can be able to get in the hospitality and tourism sector as an entry level opportunity for you now to rise up.
How would you describe the current state of tourism in Mombasa?
For now, I think after COVID, or rather post-COVID, tourism has been on the upward trajectory world over. People who are locked in COVID and now they more or less block free. So numbers, actually we're just interacting with numbers that were released by the Tourism Research Institute. They usually release numbers after every year. So numbers from 2020 has been on the upward trajectory. So tourism is booming. Actually, as we speak, we are at the middle of the high season. Most hotels are recording above average occupancies. So that is in terms of numbers. In terms of new investment, we have not seen new hotels coming up, especially along the coastlines, but we are hopeful, especially with the categorization that is happening by the Ministry of Tourism. Just on Monday, there was a hospitality investment conference at the Sarava Hoytsands, championed by the Ministry of Tourism. And what we are looking at is a methodical way to have new investments, either come invest in our own infrastructure or build up new hotels. However, not that we don't have any new infrastructure. We have new coming up, but not so many.
Okay. Would you say that the tourism sector has bounced back since COVID?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, we have now surpassed pre-COVID numbers.
All right.
In Kenya, specifically, in Mombasa, and also in the world, globally.
What shifts have you seen in the sector during over the years?
Hospitality has really, undergone several shifts. One is we are now living in a world of automation and digital age. So you find that there are so many processes that were manual that has now that have are now being automated. Like for instance, and I can just give this example. Even the smallest hotel or rather restaurant, they must have a POS. They must have like some sort of an automation, like a system to manage their operations, whether it is to manage their reservations, to manage their their bookings, and to manage their sales. So that is one trend, and maybe later we are going to come to see how nexus of technology with opportunities with young people, and how young people should prepare for that.
Okay, let's not talk about the opportunities in the sector. What are they?
um that question is really good. Maybe I can just debunk it from globally and coming down to Mombasa. Globally, there exist opportunities or rather there are upcoming roles that never existed before, and now they exist in hospitality sector, and that is what we actually championing even our skilling institutions in the ecosystem to now train. For instance, right now every hotel must have a digital marketer, or someone who is taking their digital assets, creating those reels and marketing, and that person needs to be a hospitality professional in the first place. Like you understand the essence of food. You can be able to describe what food it is. You can be able to describe this room in in the hospitality language, and then you can transition to a digital marketer. So that is one. Secondly, for instance, globally, we have now come to see the clients themselves are seeking sustainable hotels. So we never used to have sustainability officers, sustainability managers before. Right now, it's very crucial for you to have a sustainability officer, sustainability manager in your hotel, in your tour operator, in your travel agency. Why? Because even clients themselves are actually, they want to know exactly what are your sustainability strategies. They want to know how are you conserving energy, how are you conserving water, how are you using renewable energy, and they actually would like to pay more for that. So that is a very key trend that is happening. So that is so globally we will have more of this sustainability officer role that never existed a decade ago. So why is this important? It is important for our young people to know, start gaining those competencies. Coming down to to Mombasa, for instance, what GOIN has did when we started our work, we actually talked to employers, we talked to HR managers, we talked to managers, and we keep engaging these people, asking them which are these roles that you actually looking for in the ecosystem, that you keep on looking for, and sometimes you are not even able to find. And there are some few roles that they have told us so, and we have managed to partner with some skilling institutions to train for them. One of them is baristas and mixologists, and maybe someone can ask why all of a sudden we need baristas. The coffee culture in Kenya I think it is gaining shape.
It is. It is. We do coffee dates. We love coffee.
For reasons that we don't know. Maybe it can be attributed to some
social life.
It's a social thing.
Yes.
Siku hizi ukiambiwa coffee date, unaweza unaenda coffee lakini ukajipata unakula kitu kingine. But it's a coffee date.
Like we never used to appreciate coffee in Kenya. Coffee, we used to grow coffee and ship it to Europe and all that.
Yeah.
But right now we have a coffee house, a coffee center at every corner. So why is barista a good thing? It's because of that. Every hotel right now must have a coffee station, and the art of making coffee is
Ichore kalav.
When he orders cappuccino and then
tukona ka
yes,
kumbe inahitaji utaalamu.
Inahitaji utaalamu wake. And it's a whole science. Actually, by the people have never known that there's a science of brewing coffee. It's not just kuchora kalav. Like the whole idea of blending coffee, knowing which coffee is the best for that cappuccino, is a whole science. We actually have a school that just teaches coffee brewing as a course. And globally it's a very
Yes.
prestigious career.
Okay.
Maybe just to highlight one of our young person that we trained about 2 years ago just texted me, last week that I'm now in Oman. Oman, yeah.
Watu wa kahawa.
Now doing barista, and
That's nice,
he's
yeah.
really happy with,
Yes.
with his life. Then we have mixologists. The cocktail culture is also catching up with us. Yeah, and that is why every lodge, every bar has
We are here. We're the cocktail people. Yes.
yeah.
The cocktail and the mocktail people.
Where?
Yeah.
World is very speed.
Yes.
Yes. So those are few. I'm talking about entry level roles that
Yeah.
a young person can develop a skill so that he can get his space in the hospitality industry.
Okay.
Just a few weeks ago, he had convened HR managers at the City Blue Hotel. Again, because we didn't do this to keep updated on what they are looking, and they unanimously agreed that they really struggle when their pastry chef retires or resigns, because the art of making cake is
Yes.
just cakes. The whole managing a pastry section in the
Yes.
hotel is something else.
Yes.
And we do not have so many of those, like very seasoned pastry chefs and
Yeah.
pastry cooks. So and I really felt that when I get this chance, I will say, if you're a young person there out there, you probably are in the training or considering to join a training institution, developing competencies, and that art of pastry chef is really good and can really get you opportunities.
Okay.
I don't know whether I can just pause there. And
Yes.
we can, yeah.
Now ulipoanza Kibe
Yes,
umeanza umetaja health manufacturing.
Yeah.
Now hizi entity mbili kwa yule kijana ambaye kwamba anakusikiliza ana kwanza hii manufacturing kwenye hospitality hapo inaingiaje, and then huyu kijana ambaye anakusikiliza anafanyaje hapo kuona kwamba anaweza akamake an opportunity ya kugrow akue kama huyo ajipate baharini mwingine.
Yeah. Vile nilimaanisha ni kuwa wakati tulikuwa tunatengeneza zile sectors,
Yes.
so ilikuwa manufacturing ni kando, like kuangalia ni opportunity gani ziko kwa manufacturing, ni opportunity gani ziko kwa health, ni opportunity gani ziko hospitality. Kwa hivyo these are different sectors. However, another thread that I would like a young person to think of is that there are hospitality opportunities in non-mainstream hospitality employers, for instance. What I mean is, unaweza kama saizi, juzi nimepata call from a hospital in Diani, and they wanted cooks, housekeepers, and actually service staff. But they were very specific. They want someone who understand, kwa sababu kufanya kazi kwa hospitali ni tofauti na kufanya kazi kwa unadili na wagonjwa. So kama wewe ni mpishi, unafaa kujua mtu ambaye ako na saratani anafaa kukula chakula gani. Yani unafaa kuwa na hiyo science ya utaalamu wa kujua ni chakula gani ambayo mtu wa saratani anafaa kupikiwa.
Yes.
Kwa hivyo kando na wewe kuwa chef, uko na ule utaalamu wa food science na all that. So what I mean is there are opportunities in hospitality, but not necessarily in hotels, and we have so many of those. Institutions, like hospitals. We have institutions like universities, places like NAS. We also take our students there in NAS, in the airline sector. Even within the manufacturing sector themselves, you find that it's a very big manufacturing entity, and they have resident cafeteria. So who manages that resident cafeteria in that manufacturing factory is a hospitality establishment. So the reason why that is important is sometimes our young people do not even know where the opportunities are, but unaweza kuta kuna job zuri sana ni ya hospitality, lakini kwa mfano mabati rolling mills, unashangaa mabati wanatengeneza mabati, mimi nafanya nini?
Because when you say hospitality, we're always just thinking about hotels and restaurants, right? Kibe, let's look at entrepreneurship, right? And also investing. Where do you see the biggest investment opportunity in hospitality right now?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Kando na zile kazi ambazo mwanarika ama kijana
anaweza jitayarisha kwa training na akazitafuta kwa hospitality. Pia kunazo opportunities za entrepreneurship. And this is something that we have been championing, for young people. Ni kweli kuwa kijana hana hela za kununua hoteli kwa mfano, ama kununua Land Cruiser. But katika value chain yote ya tourism kuna zile vitu ambazo kijana anaweza fanya. One of it is and we are encouraging this, is for approaching hotels to get subcontracted on some of the things that a young person can do. Kwa mfano niko na kijana mmoja ambaye ako na team ya entertainers, like hawa watu wa animators. Ako na dancers, ako na hawa watu wote wa the whole entertainment brigade. So wakati hoteli iko na wageni na wanataka kutubuizwa, yeye anakuwa subcontracted kwa hiyo hoteli. Sasa hiyo ni opportunity moja. So tukipatiana hiyo, kwa mfano kunazo zingine. Kwa mfano labda uko na bouncers, kwa mfano unaweza tengeneza your own bouncing company outfit that can be all crowd management company, all modeling, and hawa watu wa sangiri wakati tuko na kongamano kubwa like major conventions, you have people who can register all ushers and everything. So that is an opportunity whereby a young person anaweza tengeneza kampuni yake ya hiyo na aka approach hoteli to be subcontracted into this, and it is happening, and we would really want to encourage our young people to do this. Secondly, at Swahilipot we have an initiative called Mombasa Tourism Innovation Lab. And what we do at the Innovation Lab is try to look at all these experiences. Like we have, Mombasa is very rich in terms of culture and heritage. So we have a lot of culture that can be commercialized and can be put into experiences. So wewe ni kijana hapo una discover kuwa wageni wanaweza taka tour ya Old Town, unatengeneza experiences na enrich, and there are so many people of our young people who are doing that. Some of them are even creating cooking experiences, because one trend in hospitality, and that is happening right now, ni kuwa mgeni hataki tu kukuja Mombasa akakaa kwa beach the whole time.
They want an experience.
They want an experience. So they want to come and indulge, to cook what actually Mombasa people cook, to eat what they cook. They don't want to see sausages and bacon in their menu. They just want to come and do what we do, like what we ate in the morning. So we have young people who have developed cooking experiences, and they are really doing well. You'll be surprised the number of people, the millennial travelers and the Gen Z, and that is what they want. They want to come and immerse themselves in the culture. I have a young person who is having a very good experience, taking people to places even in Kisauni where you think that people would not want, tourists would not want to go, but they just want to go into those places and see,
so they're tour guides.
Tour guides. So that is one. And there are so many of those experiences that you can get. Right now we have digital platforms where once you have curated your experience, you'll just put it there, and tourists will be able to buy. Among them Airbnb experiences, we have Get Your Guide, we have Viata. These are digital platforms like marketplaces where young people can be able to host their experiences there and enrich our product. And lastly, even supplying of goods, to hotels. To hotels. For instance, we have young people who have you have an innovator who has gone to the ocean, managed to get those plastics, formed them into very nice key holders and souvenirs. And one of the biggest outlets of that innovator is actually hotels. So bottom line, why I'm saying this is that within the whole value chain of tourism, there still exist, pockets of where young people, can really innovate and do business.
Okay, sasa hivi vitu ambavyo kwamba umevizungumza, kwa sababu tunamzungumzia kijana, ni mikakati gani na vigezo gani ambavyo anaweza akavitumia ili yeye kuweza kupata uchumi kutokana na hivi vitu vyote ambavyo kwamba umevitaja?
Thank you, asante sana. Cha muhimu ni kwanza first of all kutengeneza hiyo product, like that product ikuwe matured. Kwa mfano kama ni hiyo cooking experience, tayari ushajua ni wapi unafanyia hiyo cooking experience, ni nani anafunza, kila kitu yani ushajua. Kama ni we have one of our best experience in it, the African food trail is done by young people in Old Town,
wanakupeleka in a street food experience, ukitaste our street food, like our heritage, our viazi, our uji and all that. So tayari ushatengeneza hiyo na ishakuwa mature. So hiyo ndio kitu ya kwanza. Cha pili ni kukua katika environment ambayo utalii uko. Kwa mfano ukishatengeneza hiyo experience, wafuate tour agencies, wafuate tour operators, wafuate mahoteli ambayo kisha mwingie kwa mkataba. Wakishauza experience yako, wao wanapata chao, wewe unapata chao. So that is how it works. So bottom line, you have to be inside the tourism value chain. Tour guides, if let's say you have an attraction, kwa mfano kule chini nimeona kuna restaurant nzuri sana ambayo imetengenezwa na 1CB inaitwa Mkupe Eco Restaurant. Iko kule karibu na Dogo Kundu.
Nimesifiwa hiyo.
Imesifiwa. Sasa na hiyo ni kitu watalii ambao wanaweza taka kwenda mahali kama hapo. So tour guide wakishajua hiyo iko, wao wenyewe watakuletea wageni huko na kutegia kwa mkataba. So that is the best.
I like that. What does the future of hospitality look like beyond 2025?
For me, from where I sit, people have been speaking so much about, like AI will replace so many jobs. People say that, in 2020, 30, AI will have replaced, I don't know, doctors, will have replaced lawyers. But from where I sit, AI cannot be able to replace hospitality because, hospitality is a human-centric sector. It can only come to automate some of the routine tasks within hospitality sector, like enhance efficiency in hospitality and tourism sector. So hospitality and tourism is bright globally, and so therefore it's a career that a young person can be able to explore now that it has no indication that a whole AI and automation and robots can run a hotel 100%. It can run maybe some aspects, check-in, all but it entirely human cannot be replaced with AI.
All right.
Locally, I think there are some fundamentals that are getting right, for hospitality and tourism. We must appreciate like the road infrastructure is now good. Like, once the Malindi road is complete, definitely it will be so much easier for a tourist to get along. So what that means is that as a destination, we are going to become competitive. Like, tourists will feel that Mombasa is a good place because of connectivity. We have the Dawakundu and all that. We have now the railway line, terminating in Mombasa itself. So in terms of infrastructure, I think we are on the right trajectory. We are not 100%. But we are on the right trajectory. In terms of investment, there has been a lot of push for us to open our skies, like to allow ndege nyingi kuingia Mombasa. Na tumeona mazao kidogo. Kuna airline kama 2-3 ambazo zimepatiwa nafasi ya kutua Mombasa. So what that means is that kuna uwezekano wa wageni wengi kukuja. So there are some indication that hospitality is on the right trend.
Yes, and lastly, for someone who's looking to get involved in the hospitality industry, either as an entrepreneur, as an investor, or a job seeker, what's the smartest first step to take right now?
It's first to gain information. Don't go into it blindly.
Yeah.
If you're an investor out there and you have your millions, please do your market research so that you don't invest in the wrong thing. For instance, right now they are what the client wants. There's the way they want their rooms to look like. So you cannot build a hotel room the way we used to build our hotel rooms in the 1980s. And those are some of the mistakes that investors do. So if you are seeking employment and opportunities within the hospitality sector, please go to school, look at some of these roles that I had highlighted earlier that are key, so that we also don't do a course and there is an oversupply in the market. So cha msingi ni usianzie na kufanya, anzia na kutafuta information.
Also, all right. Also, Kibi, I know you do job placements as well, right?
Yes,
Could you talk to a young person who's listening in and maybe they're looking for opportunities in the hospitality sector? How can they get involved with your program?
Wonderful. Yes. Within us, we have an initiative we call the HR Task Force. na vile huwa tunafanya ni tuna engage hoteliers, employers, na wanatusaidia na zile roles ambazo, zile opportunities ambazo wako nazo.
Yes.
Na kwa sababu Swahilipot tuko na vijana ambao wameingia kwa mentorship program, wengine ambao wamefanya kazi ya wamesomea hospitality. So what we do is that we have a database of those young people. So cha msingi ni sisi tukuwe na database yako, ndio wakati tunapata hizi makazi tunatumiwa, maybe tunaambiwa hoteli X inataka waiter, hoteli X inataka barista, inataka mixologist, tunawatumia hao ambao wako kwa database ya mentorship.
Yeah.
So because it is easier for us to be able to know kuwa these are the pool of talent that we have.
Yeah.
So what I can say, kama wewe unatusikiliza, wewe ni employer, tafadhali usiteseke kutafuta watu, tunafanya hii bure kabisa, as a value add service to you. Kwa mfano unataka mtu, tafadhali wasiliana na sisi, tutaweza kukusaidia kupata maybe like 3 people out of which you can be able to interview from. Yeah, and all this is free of charge.
All right, then thank you so much. What you need to do, you know what? Go check out Swahilipotfm Foundation. Check out our website, www.swahilipotfm.foundation. Or just walk in, nenda pale. Just walk in. Yes.
For sure.
You'll be able to get something to do and, of course, get connected. Well, thank you, Kibe, for making time. We have learned a lot today of the opportunities in the hospitality sector. So,